stress-free, leave your kids at home. Leave your kids at home. Do your two-step, get your groove on. This is feel good music, you can move on. Relax, stress-free, leave your kids at home. Leave your kids at home.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? It is another Tuesday night. You know what time it is. It's time for hijinks and tomfoolery. All around goofiness and silliness. Here on the Keto Cookout, I got my favorite person to grill, chill, or kill with. She is Laura Russell, healthy carnivore. We'll give her a whole round of applause. You know her. So what's happening? How you doing today, Laura?
I'm doing good. It's Tuesday. It's
It
almost
is
Wednesday.
8:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are here. Anything new and exciting in your life that you want to talk about here while we're looking to see who's in the room?
I have officially not went mushroom hunting. That's a good thing.
All right. Okay. You care to elaborate on that? You haven't not went. Yeah. Is that some kind of Illinois country Illinois thing that you?
Yeah, it's definitely a hillbilly. So this
Yeah.
is about the time of year that they get the morel mushrooms that come up. I'm not really a big fan of those, even back in the day. Just they're fungus. I can't wrap my head around it. But we have the
You don't
tick
have to wrap
in
your
this
head around
state.
it. Hey, saute them in
That's
some
true.
butter and wrap your lips around them.
Mm, no, no, not a fan. But the ticks that are here in Illinois, they have found alpha gal, which if you get bit by one of those ticks with the alpha gal, you cannot eat meat that came from an animal with that started on a hoof. So any
Yeah,
of those
I'm very
types.
familiar. Yeah, I'm very familiar with Alpha Gal. I pay her child support. But
Yeah,
yeah, hey, your money will be there on the first. Stop calling me. I'm just telling you.
that's
You know
right.
who you are. But in any event, do you hunt? Do you not hunt for these things, or do you hunt for them?
He hunts for them. I do not.
Oh, but she means Paul, I think, ladies and gentlemen. I think
Yes.
the
Yes.
wonderful, patient, and long-suffering Paul, her husband. That's right.
Absolutely.
Shout out to my man. He's
That
probably
is a
sitting with a
true.
Michelob Ultra in his hand right now, saying, "Who for the next hour or so? I got peace." Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's see.
Yeah.
Sandy is here. Sandy says, "Hi, Russ. Well, hi back at you, beloved. So glad you're here. Glad to see you." Marla Kelly says, "Good evening, all, and good evening to you." We got everybody say, "Quack, quack, heart attack."
That's right.
Quack, quack, heart attack is in the building. My man Rick is here. Quack Jr. We got all the quackery. We got quacks everywhere. Look at this. So
We do.
my man Pete is here. Let's see here. Says somebody, I don't know what that is. Oh, look who's here and look who's in early today. Now, usually my man Crank closes the show. Usually my man Cranky shows up near the end. He's like lurking in the weeds like a big snake. And then, like at the end, he just, comes in with some wise words. He's another one of those folks. I'm sorry, folks, if you learned something when I got Laura on the show. But good to see you, Crank, my man. Greetings back to you there in Tucson. Oh, look who's here. It's semi-retired Bob on semi-retired Tuesday. My man, good to see my Buckeye brother hanging out with us here. Cranky says, my father gathered morel mushrooms in the mountains of southern Idaho. My dad said we need to beware of false morel. I don't know. That
That's
must be a fungus joke.
no, there are some poisonous ones, so you have to know the difference between the
Oh,
two. I'm just like, if you don't eat them, you ain't got to worry about it.
yeah. He said years later I discovered we were grabbing the false. Was that so what did it,
Yeah.
what did they turn into something else? That's how
Well,
you know they're false. They turn into dandelions or something.
that'd be horrible. That'd even be worse.
Yes. Pete says, I used to love mushrooms and onions with my steak. Now I just use salt and cold butter pieces on the side. Yeah, I'm with you on that there, Pete. I used to love mushroom and onions with my steaks too. I'm down to mushrooms. The onions are pretty much a thing of the past now. But I do like mushrooms. I like mushrooms in anything. I make some Alfredo chicken or something like that. And I'll throw a few mushrooms in there, saute them up with some butter. Anything sauteed in butter is pretty good. It says
Sure.
poisonous iguanas here. Some folks are allergic to possum. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
not. Well, yes, that is good. You don't want
Yeah.
to eat a toxic fungus. There,
Yeah.
you might end up eating iguanas and ducks in Miami. So, in any event, I gotta take Sesame. As always, folks, if you want to come in and hang out with us, there is a link in the chat. You can come in here and crack a joke, make fun of me, make fun of Laura, make fun of Rick. You know, make fun of whatever you want to do. We just like to have a good time and hang out with the family on a Tuesday. I made my leg of lamb last week after the show here, and the
Yum.
next day. Uh, had that. That was pretty good. And we got some eggs in there and some scrambled eggs and ground beef. And I might make some oxtails. This coming up here, I think might be on the menu.
We can't find oxtails here. I've tried. I've tried for the last 8 months, and
Yeah,
I
we're
can't
in
get
the middle of
anybody to
nowhere.
get them in.
You have to get to a bigger city somewhere. I'm sure that's what I know. It's a
Yeah.
long way to what Peoria is the closest to you.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So how far is that?
About 2.5, 3 hours.
Oh, that's kind of far.
It's a ways.
Even for
Yeah.
oxtails.
Yeah. I
Well,
know.
it's a lot farther to Jacksonville, but if you ever make it down here, I'll make sure you get some.
Well, I figure if we go there to pick up any more pew pews because they have a really nice pew pew store there, then maybe we'll take a cooler with us and I'll grab some of that stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
surprised, like I said, that there's not you don't have any Caribbean people there. That must be it.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Let's see here. Going down through.
Nope.
Here.
We do not.
Cat Diamond is here. Hello there, beloved. Good to see you. He says, they guarantee they use no seed oils. I'll trade any size for sauteed mushrooms and steak. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely Sandy's with me. Me and Sandy are kindred spirits there. I do like them. Don't eat them that often, but I do like them. We have oxtails here in my country town. Sandy says, now which
Darn.
exactly country town is that, Sandy?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely not West Central Illinois.
Yeah, every place sells them here. I can get them. They're all, ironically, they're all the same price, which is odd because Costco is usually lower than anybody
Hmm.
on a like the daily price. They're not on sale, but everybody's got them for $8.99 a pound everywhere. Oh, she's right here near me. Yeah, Lake City,
Ah,
Florida. Yeah,
yeah.
she's 50 miles west of me. My
Gotcha.
maintenance supervisor lives there in Lake City. Yep, she probably gets them from Winn Dixie, I'll bet,
Mhm.
because everyone says Cat says oxtails are expensive here. They used to be dirt cheap. Yeah, now
Mm.
that you mention it, I do think that they used to be cheaper years ago. I didn't really pay that much attention. I didn't eat them that much, and I never made them for myself. I used to eat them out all the time. I eat
Mm.
oxtails all the time. Anywhere that has we have a lot of good Caribbean restaurants around here. You can get you
Gotcha.
some jerk chicken,
Oh, yeah.
curry, curry goat, curry chicken, oxtails, all that good
Mm.
Caribbean stuff.
Yeah, curry
Oh
chicken's good.
yeah, I could take it.
Yeah.
See, curry is one of those things you gotta depends on where you get it because some
Oh, I
places,
made it.
yes, but some places are like if you eat out, it's hot. Like
Mhm.
You know, you can't just say, "Hey, I'll
Too
just
hot.
have the curry chicken." Yeah, you have the curry chicken, and your mouth will be on fire.
And a glass of milk, please.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Gaff's IGA. Yeah, yeah, we have IGA here too, and they sell oxtails in there. I don't know if your IGA is like ours, but our IGA is our IGAs have kind of turned into ethnic stores now, like Chinese, Mexican. You walk in there and everything's in Spanish, and everything is it's just like, and
Mhm.
they definitely sell the odd meats. Like you can get rabbit and goat and all kind of
Mhm.
stuff in there. It's kind of an odd thing, like, if you've never been in a in a place like this. I mean, I'm speaking for myself
Mhm.
here, but, like, to walk through the meat section and see, like, a whole skinned rabbit, just, like, wrapped in cellophane, it's just kinda like an odd thing. You're like, it just,
Yeah,
yes, I'll never forget the first time I saw that,
yeah.
but yeah.
They don't even cut it up into, like
Not the
when
one
we
I saw, not the one I
oh,
saw. It's kinda
oh,
like a whole chicken, I guess. If you say a whole chicken, I mean, the head's,
yeah,
the
right.
yeah, but it's
Well, that's
kind
the
of a
easiest
stomach
way to
thing.
gut them is you take their
Yeah,
head off and squeeze them backwards, and it all
yeah,
comes out in one
so
piece.
Brenda's here. Brenda says, "Good evening, friends. Good evening. Glad you're here, beloved." But yeah, so, that's our RJs here. They're just, like I said, a lot of, they do have some decent deals on meat, but they don't always have the best meat, at least in our IGA.
Hmm.
Those might be different in different places. I remember when IGAs, like I remember coming up, IGAs were more, I don't know, mainstream and stuff like that. But I guess the
Mhm.
big box stores have kind of squeezed them to where, at least in this area, to where they're just kind of, more
Yeah,
ethnic
yeah.
foods. So I don't know there.
I do have good news.
You say 15% on your insurance by switching to Geico?
I did. I did. Um,
You're
I
pregnant.
reintroduced cheese, Tillamook brand cheese,
Oh.
which it's all natural, the way they do the milk cultures. It's not with like a vegetable culture, which a lot of the junky or craft and those kind of cheeses have. But the brand Tillamook and Sargentos, I can actually do some of that. Not tons,
Hmm.
but I can do like some on my hamburger or it mixed in with a couple egg yolks. And I'm like, hey, without having any reactions. I've done it
Okay,
for a
so
week and a half
what
now.
So, okay, maybe I missed it. What kind of cheese is it? Is it like Swiss? Is it cheddar? Is it
I've done
mozzarella?
Swiss. Yeah, I've done Swiss. I've done Colby Jack with pepper jack because I
Oh,
like a little spice, and then provolone. And I've been okay.
well, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
Rich is
that's
glad
6
you're here.
years.
Tropical Supermarket. I got a question for you here. I'm
Oh.
just get through a couple of things here. Sandy says, "Oh, they have a butcher shop nearby. Great selection. We got some butcher shops here, but
Mhm.
they're more expensive than all the other stores, the regular stores. So I've been in them, and I don't see that big a difference in the meat to pay the extra, other than maybe having customized cuts. But I'm not very picky." Frankie says, "Today's the last day to get ribeye roast for $5.97 a pound. After this live, I got to got to go
Heck
get one."
yeah. Maybe get
Yeah,
two.
they had them for I did not get one. I don't have any room in my freezers right now. My freezers are full. But
You
they
need
had
to
them
eat
for
more.
up here too. I've got you what?
You need to eat more.
Yeah, yeah. I need to eat more or buy less. One of the two.
Yeah,
It's like
sure.
for some, yeah, but my freezers are full of all kind of stuff. So I need to
Yeah.
clear out some of that stuff. But no, what I was gonna ask you was uh when did you stop eating cheese and why?
6 years ago, because I had done a week where I'd cleaned everything out. This was right before I started carnivore full on, and I reintroduced cheese, just a couple bites of like a broccoli cheese soup, and boom, I had all the histamine reactions. I tried a bite like a week later, same thing, and that's when I just dropped it all and just
Yeah, but
went carnivore.
a lot of the cheeses they use in soups and stuff are not pure cheese.
I made the soup. Yeah, but I
Oh,
was making it.
gotcha.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
made the soup.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I was
yeah,
using like Kraft or some of those, and they're not as good a quality of like your Sargentos and your Tillamook and stuff like that. Um, so I don't know. I was sitting there and I was like, I'm going to have a piece of cheese on my burger and we'll see how this goes. And I was just expecting to, by morning, I'd have all the reactions I normally get. Wake up where my knuckles, I can't do that with my hands and haven't had it. So I'm not going to try to go too crazy overboard either because I tend to do that. So I'm just
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah. God knows you got to be able to, every once in a while you got to knuckle. You and Paul got to knuckle up. I understand. So you can't,
yeah, yeah,
you can't be where you go. You can't make a fist. Yeah, you can't have that.
that's right. That's right.
Brenda says, "Good for you, Laura. Love my cheese. I could take or leave
Yeah,
cheese. I like macaroni
yeah,
and cheese. Uh, I only get that on Thanksgiving now, baby Christmas.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not a really big cheese guy. I could take it or leave it. I like cream
Mhm.
cheese. If you had to like any cheese, just like
Mhm.
gun in my
Yeah.
head, I would say cream cheese would probably be it. And I guess I will share too. I got a new toy. I just got it a couple of days ago. I got an ice cream maker.
Oh, you're gonna make Kiltz's ice cream?
Been there, done it.
No.
Yes. And so, yeah, and that's why I did it. We had a get together a couple months ago down at his place in
Yeah.
Sarasota, healing humanity event down there, and he had a few ice cream makers, and he made ice cream for everybody. And I was, I'm like, you know what? This is pretty good. I need to maybe try to incorporate this somehow into my program. That was months ago.
Sure.
And so I was talking to somebody about ice cream. Might have been my dad. And I just said, you know what? Today's the day. So I got an ice cream maker and I got some cream and stuff. And I made some and I jazzed it up just a little bit. I used, of course, the cream and the eggs. And, I drink from time to time the health shakes, the health code
Mhm.
shakes,
Yeah.
the health
Yep.
code shakes. So I put a little bit of chocolate powder in there from the health code shake and a little bit of allulose and monk fruit. And it was all
Mhm.
right. It was all right. But it was too thick. So the next day I thinned it down with some water
Mhm.
and it came out very nice.
Good.
So yeah, so that's something new in my life there. It says I love cheese curds or Occidental Mexican cheese
There.
mozzarella. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
It says my freezer's almost never full.
Me too.
So yeah, let's see. Oh, Charles reports I'll be on Dr. Kilt's live tomorrow morning. Is that 5? Is that the 5 a.m.? Oof.
Ooh, that is early.
Sandy says set her alarm
Mm.
for 4:45.
I'll
Man,
be on
oof,
the treadmill.
that is early, man. I don't know. Rick will be in rare form. I don't know what kind of form Rick will be in that time of day. If I have
Yeah, maybe
insomnia,
I'll watch that.
yeah, I was gonna say you're up that time. Yeah, everybody, if you're
Yeah,
up in the morning,
I'm on the treadmill at 5, so we'll see.
there you
What
go.
what?
Well, folks, if you
Yeah.
are up early, check out our brother on Dr. Kilt's 5 a.m. stream. If I speaking of Dr. Kilt's 5 a.m. stream, guess who's here, everybody?
Yay.
It's everybody's favorite Dr. Nelson.
Well, you mentioned Dr. Kill's ice cream. You mentioned Dr. Kill's morning ice
Yeah.
cream. I had to appear.
Shout out to our brother Rob Kiltsey. If you're out there somewhere, brother, God love you. We love you. That's our guy.
Mm.
And shout out to him. And we're gonna work on him. We're gonna try to make the Keto Cookout the official social club of the Kilt's Mighty Tribe. It's gonna be the watering hole, the official tavern, the virtual tavern, belly up to the bar.
So, yeah, I can confirm Rick is going to be in the morning, our guest.
You mean Rick is not lying?
Awesome.
That is great. Listen, you said something about an afternoon stream or something. I forget last time you have a. I forget which one you said. Yeah, you can pencil me in for that. But man, 5 in the morning. You have to catch me on one of my insomnia
So
days.
two things are gonna change the first week of May, and one is our 5 a.m. live stream will move to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
Move it to
We're
6
gonna
p.m.
see,
You can count on me.
and starting that first week as well, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. We're
There
gonna
you go.
also have a live stream.
Awesome.
That's probably gonna be most of the time me, Alia, Dr. Kiltz usually is doing something else in the afternoon, but he might show up.
Yeah.
Show up.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yes. Well,
It's still
definitely.
gonna be on his channels.
Yes, and of course it goes without saying anything you guys are doing, I'm supporting. And Ali is, Guilty has told me he'll come on the Keto Cookout just to set it up with Ali, and I have not done that, but we got to get him on here one of these days. Come out, hang with us, out here with us. If you're not familiar or you don't know who Dr. Kiltz is, look him up. Is it Kiltz Health? Or is it Mighty Tribe? What's Mighty Kiltz Tribe? What's the best way for folks to?
If you look for Dr. Kilt,
Yes,
I'm sure you'll find his channel, but his channel is Dr. Kiltz. I believe he's in YouTube. And Kiltz Mighty Tribe is our community. If you go to drkiltz.com, you can sign up for free.
Yep.
Gotcha.
To our community.
Absolutely. Our favorite pirate is here. Arg, Shiverbait Tapmas. Our man Chance is in the building. Good to see you, brother. Hank says, I was going to buy a Ninja Creamy last week and QVC had them on sale, but I forgot until it was too late. I've seen people have mixed reviews about those. I don't know. I got the old school, just the, they have the different kinds. They have the ones that you have to put the thing in the freezer and all that. I did not get one of those. I got one of those that has its own freezer because, if you know me, those things will be sitting on top of my fridge, probably
collecting dust.
Exactly. And it's like, man, sure wish I had some ice cream. I'll be looking up there, I'm like, oh man, I got to put that thing in the freezer. And I don't even have room for a rib roast in my freezer right now. So where am I going to put that? So, so I got the one that's got the built-in compressor in it. So you just pour the stuff in, turn it on, and it cranks up and spins and makes ice cream. But yes, I watched the video twice and then made some ice cream.
Did I hear someone say that you couldn't find oxtails?
Yes, somebody in Illinois there who shall remain nameless.
If I want to drive 2.5, 3 hours to Peoria, on that side, I can get it. But yeah, down where I live on the west central side of Illinois,
you don't have any big box stores.
I'm in the middle of nowhere.
And okay, Walmart.
Yeah.
Do you have Walmart?
I guess we do have Sam's Club that's about 45 miles away. I don't know. I could probably check there. I haven't checked there.
They probably
Sam's where I am. Sam's has them. As a matter of fact, I was in Sam's today and I saw some. I didn't get any oxtails, but they always have them. And I'm pretty sure Walmart also has them, but it might depend on the region where you are.
Yeah. The Walmart here doesn't have them. I've looked at the 3 that are within like 75 miles from here, and they looked at me like I was crazy when I asked them. And I was like, and the one, he didn't even know what I was like. He truly had no idea what I was even talking about. So I was like, yeah, that's a no-win.
The Spanish supermarket I go to that's nearby here, Bravo, has the oxtails whole.
Oh,
you can buy, of course, you'll have to go home and cut them yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we were just talking about the Caribbean and A lot of people don't know this. Dr. Nelson was voted Mr. Caribbean 1976. So a little known fact about our guy there. Yes, Mr. Caribbean 1976. Those were the days, man. Hey, you know,
I can find you a picture of 1976.
I understand Nelly. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to make Nelly mad around here. No shot. Ain't gonna be yelling at me. Oh, let's see here. We got there. Sandy says hello. She says, I love Rick. I want to support him. I love Rick. I want to support him too. But 5 a.m. Whew. Let's see here. Dr. Kilson, everybody's favorite doctor, come on at 2:00 my time. Not happening for me. 2 a.m. Yeah,
yeah.
That's it. You'd have a better chance getting me on there at 2 a.m. Eastern. 2 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, I'm just putting on my footy pajamas there. So, yeah. So see here. Yes, they really lowered their standards to let me in there. That's all right, brother. Hey, you will not disappoint them. I guarantee. I can promise you.
They will get what they asked for.
Yes. Tuesday, Thursday noon is my time is perfect. Brenda says, "How is Mitch?" I think that is directed at you, Doc.
Haven't talked to him for a little bit, but I know that he's doing his morning. His what is it? Coffee with Mitch.
Yes.
Every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is wonderful. Glad
I watched him make his own breakfast. He showed like going into his kitchen, using his walker to sit on, scrambled his eggs, cooked everything. He's trying to make himself use his right hand because that's where his deficit is, the right side. And he did okay. I mean, if you've taken care of seeing people that have strokes, so any little bit you could tell that's he's come a long way from what he started, how bad his deficits were. So I just was like, keep going, keep doing that, retrain those areas of the brain and keep going. So, and his speech is a lot better too.
Yeah. Shout out to our guy Mitch, old guy carnivore. Keep drinking those bacon grease smoothies, brother. You'll be back doing jumping jacks in no time. The love of God says hello, Dr. Nelson. Good evening, everyone. Hello there, beloved. Glad to see you.
Hello.
Chan says, Laura, how far are you from Chicago? They are everywhere here. And he's not talking about Crips and Bloods. I think he's talking about Oxford.
I am very far from there. I think it's 6 hours, 5-6 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, hey, listen, she doesn't go to Chicago that often. And I'm not gonna make you tell your last Chicagoland story there. Let's see here.
Yeah.
She doesn't like to go there because she can't carry her guns there. She doesn't like to go.
That's right. That's right.
This is Mitch will be live Friday at 9:30 a.m. Gotcha. Mom P says, Dr. Nelson, I am going to make a trip to OC Bravo tomorrow.
Orange City?
Don't know exactly what she means by that.
Because that's the one I go to.
Yes, you may. Well, then there you go. And you do know what she's talking about there.
Yeah.
Which was
they have them. They are cheaper at Sam's Club, but they do have them at Bravo.
Oh, Bravo is a supermarket. Got it.
Yes, it's Spanish supermarket. That's where I buy my fat trimmings, 99 cents a pound.
That's pretty
cheap.
When
I get my heart attack, will I get more YouTube views? Well, that depends on if you do it on YouTube or not there, brother. If you do it on YouTube, yes.
Live streaming.
Wait until tomorrow morning, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Karen says hello. Oh, hello, beloved. Good to see you. Glad you're here with us. So what's new? Anything new over there with Dr. Kiltz and the Mighty Tribe other than the time changes? Anything exciting? Any upcoming meetups? Any just what's going on over there? Tell the folks what's happening.
Kiltz meetups. No, Kills Meetup singular .com. You have all the meetups. He is on his way. I don't know when he's flying, but he was on his way to Australia today.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So I don't think he's gonna be in the morning with Rick. I guess he scared some people.
Hey,
But I'll be there.
Cranky says only if it's titled carnivore led to my heart attack. Yes, it's like I ate 6 pounds of red meat and get this happened. Yeah, you put that. Yeah, put that on a thing. I just got beef fat trimmings for $2 a pound. Hey, now listen, I can tell you what's coming. He's already typing it in. My man Dan got 15 or 20 pounds for $1. Tell him, Dan. Pete. Why I keep calling that man Dan? Pete. I don't know why I call him Dan all the time. I call him Dan all the time. I was just calling him Dan. Just leave it at that.
That's funny.
I know Pete's out there somewhere.
Yeah, he got his cheap.
Yeah, he got a great deal. I think he's still eating
it. He says he got like 30 pounds.
Yeah. He's got a lifetime. Says Susan.
30 pounds. That would last me right at 3 months. Maybe just a little under 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, if I ever got a hold of 30 pounds of fat, you hear about it it'll be on the news. I'm just telling you right now. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't eat it all at once, Ross.
Yeah, I don't, man, listen. I have to eat it in 1/3. I have to eat it teaspoons at a time. I don't know what it is. I can't, some people just can't do it. If I got a hold,
how's your dad doing?
Oh, good. He might even be listening. There's no telling. I don't know. But yeah, there'd be you'd read about it in the news. Like it was a unknown explosion in Jacksonville, Florida. It was a nuclear reaction. D Love God said, I'm just getting into REM sleep at 5 a.m. 6 would be better. Well, why not at least 7? Don't know anyone West Coast joins. Yes, they are trying to exclude all the West Coasters there, and I'm here on their behalf. The West Coast demands you move it to 8 a.m.
Well, thinking of the West Coast, that's why we decided to do some lives in the afternoon Eastern time. Like someone said, it's gonna be noontime in California. That's not too bad.
Yeah. No, I don't think 6 is. I think 6 is a better time. I think most people are up, and if they have to be at work at 8 or 9, are up and can listen to that while they're getting ready for work, or maybe on the way to work, or that. Chan says you nickname everybody, Russ. It's a love thing. That is true. If I'm not teasing you or making fun of you in some kind of way, yeah, you get the hint. Some people don't like it, better believe it or not. But yeah, most people know if I'm not picking on you, there's a reason. Janet McBurney says I went to a butcher that has grass-fed beef, and they charge $5 a pound. It was really good.
Keep it.
The other butchers too, so they'll be getting my business. And I guess she's talking about the fat.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because $5 a pound for any kind of beef is pretty good. So I think she must mean the beef.
I think
fat.
she's.
Yeah, I understand.
That's high. That's pretty high.
Well, the question is, can he get it? If he's getting it and selling out, then it's not too high. Because
it'd be sitting there.
But here's the thing, and I think Doc, you can talk about this a little bit. Your expertise on this would be interesting. There are people. Speaking of my dad, he's one of them, who really, 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 just believe that our meat is filled with hormones and antibiotics and just so much stuff, and that grass-fed, pasture-raised, beef is just
and massaged.
1,000 times better, just 100 times better than the choice or even prime meat. And so they're happy to pay triple the price because they believe it is just like night and day different. And you would say what?
I would say I order grass-fed, grass-finished beef and pasture-raised chicken every couple of months from a company. But I also go and buy stuff at Sam's Club, Walmart, and Bravo Supermarket. So they trust me, they're not buying the grass-fed. Well, Sam's Club and Costco and those clubs will have some grass-fed stuff available, but it is true that there is a difference. Now, the difference might only be small to some people. Is it better? The scientific explanation is they have a better omega-3 to omega-6 profile. There's less chances that they're gonna be pesticides, insecticides. The ruminant animals do a pretty good job to get rid of those toxins, but some of them still may pass. If you can afford it, okay, you can do it. Any meat, and besides the other problems we can always point to that we have here in the United States about so many things. The meat industry is pretty well regulated. It's difficult to have really terrible things happen. So most of the meat is pretty safe. It's pretty good. If that's what you can afford, if what you can afford is hot dogs at the gas station, that's probably better than the standard American diet, right?
Oh, I totally agree with you. Our man Rick eats chicken out of parking lots. So, hey, chicken out of parking lots is probably not as good as hot dogs at the gas station. But and that's what I try to express to my dad. I do believe it's better. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But is it double, triple the price better? That's the $1 million question.
Yeah.
And to me, it's not. But and again, I think I can't retain these things, but I think they did a study, and you alluded to it, and I can't remember the percentages or whatever, and the numbers they put on it, but it seemed like it was less than 10% different or something like that. It just wasn't worth, I'm not going to pay triple the price to get a 10% benefit. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not always triple the price, but
yeah,
it is more expensive. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Yes, Jenna says, yes, I did mean for fat trimming. This is Queen Creek, Gilbert, Arizona. Got it. Were you going to add something to that, Madam Laura?
Now, I think if I had all the money in the world, I would probably do more of the grass-fed, grass-finished. I do get some just because of living where I live, and we know the people here, the farmers and stuff. But I go to that grocery store or butcher place quite a bit, and theirs are grass-fed and grain finished. I can't really taste wise, I don't taste much difference in them. So
I don't think it's about taste. I think it's about toxin.
Yeah.
You can taste sometimes you can taste it.
The grass-fed, sometimes you can taste a little bit.
I don't think most, I can't speak right. I don't think most people care about the difference in the taste as much as the difference in the level of toxins, if to the extent there are toxins in it. Even if it tasted worse and they didn't like it as much, knowing that it's pure and doesn't have any antibiotics, any hormones, anything in it, people I think would do it. And I'm saying that are just traces of.
I wouldn't mortgage the house just to Way that way.
Well, see, I'm a
So
weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I could afford it, but I can't. I can't sleep at night.
Justify it.
I'm too cheap.
Mhm.
I'm too matter of fact, I'm not. I'm too tight to be cheap. Okay,
I'm cheap.
so if I can't justify what I'm getting, it irks me. It's like I'm eating this $12 pound ground beef when I could be eating $4 pound ground beef. It's like
Yeah.
it would just. I'm again. I'm an odd bird. I fully admit that. But if I thought it
I
was
think
worth it, like if I thought I'm like, hey, this is twice 10 times better. Yeah, then I'll go ahead
Mhm.
and spend the money if I feel like I'm getting my value, if I'm getting what I'm paying for.
I think
Go ahead, go
ruminant
ahead and make fun of me. Go
animals
ahead and make fun of
break
me. Feel free.
down.
Free fire zone. Make fun of me.
I listened to Dr. Berry, Dr. Chafee talk about that, and it's kind of like what Dr. Nelson said is that they think that the majority of these toxins are broke down with the ruminant animals. They get
Right.
rid of a lot of that. Where, if you're buying
even
a
the
chicken that's
glyphosate,
raised,
even the
Yeah,
glyphosate.
Mhm.
right.
Yeah,
That's
yep,
what
and
that's
atrazine.
going in it.
So yeah, I'm not worried about that too
Roy
much.
says,
I am
Roy says she is
54.
73 years old, Sandy. 73. And she
70
does look
and
young
a
and
half.
pretty compared to me and Dr. Nelson. Yes, you're exactly right. You picked her out. It was her birthday a
54.
couple weeks ago. 70, she
Yep.
turned 73. Happy 73rd birthday. The Lord. You are 54, right?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
See, I pay attention to
Good
things.
memory.
I pay attention to my sister. I love my sister.
Where
Let's
do you
see
find
here.
those filters?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
just
don't have
Yeah.
kidding.
them.
I just
Hey,
kidding.
we didn't ask how many filters you use. We asked how old you are.
That's right. She didn't ask me how much makeup I have on. No, I don't wear makeup. But if I did,
Yeah.
I would look even younger.
Yes, she's wonderful. You're beautiful to
Yeah.
us.
One last comment on the grass-fed uh, discussion. If you really want grass-fed, go hunting.
That's right. I'll show him my shirt. He's asking to see what my shirt says.
Yeah. This is Hey, listen, this ain't that kind of show, there, pirate man.
I
Next thing you
know,
know, he'll be
but
talking about take it off. Yeah,
take it off.
This ain't that. Yeah, this is a family show, brother. Don't
That's
get
right. We got to
started
keep
there.
it PG-13.
Yeah, them Chicago folks, brother. Yeah, that's on another channel. That's on. You want to see somebody take the shirt off? Go find Dr. Chafee, man. He's somewhere right now tearing his shirt off. I
All the
guarantee you.
time.
Yeah, put
All
some
the
clothes
time.
on, Anthony. See, when we were in tech, we hung out for a little while. We did a little interview, and everybody was around. There were like 20 people around when we were doing it, and I was like, Dr. Anthony Chafee's here, and folks, he went out and bought a shirt just to come on here and do an interview with us today. Everybody busted out. Even he had to laugh at that one. He had to laugh at that one. So I think I saw Jersey Tom in the building there. Did I miss Jersey Tom? Yeah,
Yep,
my man
he's
Jersey
Yeah,
there.
he's
Tom's in the
there.
building. My man. Good to see you, brother. D Level God says, unfortunately, I can't afford it, even knowing it's probably better. I'm
Okay.
trying to eat more fat and eat more. Yes, just hey man, listen. I eat lots of ground
Eat
beef.
more
I got all
fat.
kind of cold cuts and hot dogs in there. I'm you're never too old for a hot dog or a cold cut. Don't fall into the trap of I gotta eat steak every day and ribeye every day and all that.
I have some emergency canned meat that it's basically for when everything else is out, not available in the house. Some corned beef.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not about anything. And listen, you wait till next week. You will do an episode of we have a segment we call "Yep, We'll Eat It," and we get our man Rick on here, and yeah, if it had parents, yeah, he will fry it up and deep fry it in some lard. I can guarantee you that.
He'll do that and I'll can it. So this is Dr. Nelson. This is deer and beef that I cut up and I cold pack and pressure can it, and so it's good for up to 10 years. But that's that's what I have in my little corner of my prep room.
So after you, so 10 years from now, if you eat it, will you get drunk? No,
No,
I'm just
I've
kidding.
used some of it that was from 9 years ago just last week.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Janet says,
Yeah.
"Do you guys ever roast up marrow bones?"
So last
I
week I
have.
did a bone broth with bones, with marrow and
Yeah.
everything around it. I made
Yeah.
for my wife bone broth,
Yeah.
and she liked it. All she had to do was add salt because I didn't do it with salt, and she
Yeah.
salted it to taste.
Cranky
Yeah.
says, "I braise marrow bones with oxtails or include them when making bone broth in the Instant Pot." Yeah, I haven't got to that point yet. I had a guy that would take my bones, because when I make my oxtails, I debone them. I take them out. I take a fork and I just strip all the meat off of all of them.
After cooking it or before?
Yeah, after.
After, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't do it before. Yeah, you need a chainsaw to do it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like because it's a lot of, and I started mixing them with roast, and I started mixing them with ground beef because they're just too much. It's too much fat. Just too much fat. I don't trim the fat off, so it goes. It all goes down the same, but it comes out a lot better if I mix it with mix my oxtails with something else. So I use ground beef and I use roast sometimes to mix it in. So I debone it, and then I used to have a guy that would come and get the bones. But the last couple of times, the time I had bones, he's like, "Oh, I'm good." So, Bruce is here. Good to see you, brother. She says you're a mere child.
Yeah.
I said she's 54, but that crow's foot is 71. No, I'm just
That's right.
kidding. That is not. That she does not have a crow's foot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I do. I've got 2 of them.
No, it's not. I don't believe you. All
They
right.
are there.
Sandy is 3/4 into a box of wine, ladies and gentlemen. She's
Yes.
she's got the wobbly boot on at home there in Lake City.
She's got beer goggles on.
Yeah. This ain't the club, Sandy. You don't have to lie to her. Susan says, "I eat the sales from Food Line grocery store. I'm on a budget and love steak, chuck roast, ground chuck, eggs, regular meats on sale, no special, grass finished." Yes, I was on a live stream with somebody somewhere. I can't remember where. I can't remember what it was years ago. Somebody said, "What's your favorite cut of meat?" That is like a common question in our world. And I said, "Whatever's on sale." And I do mean that. I wait for the sales, and then I jump on it with both feet. When they mark certain cuts of meat, because I only like a few cuts. And when they mark it down to my price, man, let me tell you what, I go get a U-Haul truck and I jump on it with both feet. So I'm with you on that, Susan. Target says I'm 96.
I don't think he's even, what is he even 50? I think I can't remember. I know he talked about how old he was one time, but I can't remember. I don't think he's even 50 yet.
Booby Goats is here. Hello there. T and D McGee. Hello from Ontario. Yes. Ontario, Kansas. I don't know where you are. Are you in Windsor or? I've been up to Windsor. I've been to Toronto. I am a harness racing fan, as people know. So they love their harness racing up there in Canada. I have a horse racing up in the Toronto area. Let's see here. What else we got? Carnivore Muscle. Good to see you. D&D MG says, "Love that shirt."
Controversial.
It was
All
on
my
the shake
shirts are
plate.
controversial.
There you go. You are well mixed.
Yes.
Sandy says, "I have spam in the pantry." Yeah, I've never been a fan of spam. Of course, don't eat a lot of pork. So that's But I've had spam a couple times. Didn't really care for it that much. I tell you, one thing that I did like when I was a kid, and I haven't had forever, was the little Vienna sausages, the chicken sausages.
Oh, I
My
used
mom,
to make those at Dial. Oh,
my, my mom used to buy those when we
ugh,
were kids and give it to us for a snack. And
mm,
I haven't had those in 100 years. I'm sure they're still out there.
mm.
I think I've seen them in
Yeah,
the supermarket.
they still make them. I actually worked at the factory that made those. So at it was over in Iowa. They make over 1 million cans of those a day still. I'm like, I
Wow.
don't know who's eating these things. They're really good fish bait.
Yeah.
That I know for
Yeah, that's
catfish.
who's eating them. Catfish, yeah.
Yep, yep, yep,
That's funny.
yep.
Oh, let's see here. It says I have ball jars full of meat as well. Yeah, iguana
This is
neck.
just
Ponerle
iguana. Yeah,
Yeah,
servilleta,
you got
ponerle
iguana
un
necks and
plato,
duck feet in
un
there.
bowl con servilleta abajo y
yeah,
pues an empty it there.
Bruce says we eat all we can and what we can't, we can. There you go.
that's right. That's exactly right.
That is funny. Let's see here. Else. Have anything else? I haven't found a cut of beef that I don't enjoy. Yeah, I like pretty much all of it too. I have my favorites. Like as far as what I have, I have a roast when it's on sale and oxtails, but picanha, New York
Mhm,
strip, ribeye. That's the only steak I really care to eat to buy. Now, if I'm out, or something, yeah, I'll eat
mhm,
anything. But as far as what I just wait for the sales. Picanha is pretty much
mhm,
the same price around here, and it doesn't go on sale very much. But the ribeyes and the strips
mhm.
go on sale, and
Yeah.
I love to go in. I think I saw somebody in the comment say that too. I love to go in
Mhm,
and yes, right here, Cranky said that. I think here he said, yes, me too, man. Let me tell you what, I'm a 50-year-old man, and nothing gives me more joy than walking around the corner at my local Winn-Dixie and seeing red tags on meat in the beef
mhm,
section. I'm telling you right now, I'm ashamed to admit the joy in my heart when I see those red
mhm.
tags. It's really a shame. I'm embarrassed to say it, but I'll say it in front of the family. Man, I just get giddy. I feel like a kid at Disneyland. You ever see the kid's face the first time they walk into Disneyland? That's
Mhm.
what I look like when I walk around the corner and I see the meat and I see red tags everywhere, the big red markdown tags. I just get excited. And that's why my freezer is full because
Yeah.
I can't eat it fast enough. So yes, I'm with you on that, Cranky. We are to and Winn Dixie is the only place, at least around here, that has reliable, markdown meat. Publix, I've not seen any. I've never seen it at Costco either. Um, I've never seen any markdown meat or anything on sale at Costco. I don't know what they do. Maybe I don't get there early enough. But
Morning sales.
yeah. Let's see here. Susan says, my mom and her parents are from Toronto. They moved to Florida and became U.S. citizens. My mom was 9. Love that.
Wow.
Oh, look who's up. What? Yeah, I probably just woke you up, you clown. My man JD Perrin. Speaking of horse racing, this is one of the best trainers in the harness racing industry. My friend, I've known him a long time. Says, are you giving your youngest age race picks here or what? No, brother. This is the Keto Cookout. We're trying to get health, and you need it, man, to keep you alive. You're probably in a Wendy's drive-through right now. So yeah,
Mhm,
put that biscuit down and get some beef this ground, brother. That's how we do it here,
mhm.
man. But good to hear from you, man. Tell Tess I said, hey. Sandy says catfish likes chicken
Yes.
livers too. Yes.
I use those too.
Yeah, we used to do that. Yes.
Yep.
Sandy
Chicken
says yes
livers,
to
stink
both for
bait,
me
all that.
too. Yeah. Bruce says, Russ, when you cook oxtails in a crock pot, do you do it in beef stock? Does it need a liquid? Well, I do not cook them in a crock pot. I cook them in a
Mhm.
pressure cooker. And yes, you have to put liquid in there to come to
A
pressure.
little bit.
But you don't need much, in my opinion. Everybody's different. They make them different. They will render a lot of fat and a lot of juice. You don't need a lot. I just season them up and throw it. When I have made them in a crock pot before a long time ago. And yeah, you just season them up, throw them in there, put it on low, and you can put a little bit of beef stock in there if you want to, but doesn't need any. What about you, Doc? What do you do? I think you're on mute, brother. Let me take you off mute. You're muted. Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
I used to use the oxtails in soups before I became carnivore a lot. And so anyways, I'll still make a soup for one of my kids that loves soup. Haven't done it in a while, but I also do them in the crock pot, and you can put them without any liquid if you want, or you can use a little bit of liquid or just cover them. Either way, you'll have plenty of broth at the end. Even when you don't put any liquid, there'll be plenty of liquid. And if you put some stock over it just to cover it, you can add some salt. If you use spices, you can add a few spices as well. And
yeah, I think a lot of people put liquid in if they're, because a lot of people that make their oxtails aren't like us. They put vegetables and things in there,
right?
And that, but if you're just having them out, my man Chan says add a half a stick of butter.
And I have done that too, adding butter.
Depends on how many oxtails you're putting in there. But yeah, you can't go wrong with butter. Yeah. Man, I just season them down with whatever. I use different things. Mostly I use Redmond salt has a seasoned salt. It's just a kind of a run of the mill. It's just got some garlic and onion, I think some paprika, black pepper, just generic, just simple spices like a seasoned salt. But you can just use salt and pepper if you want, or season them after you get them out. After you cook them, you could do whatever you want to do. And depending on how many you got there, probably put it on low for about 6 hours. You'll be all right. Or you can get you a pressure cooker and you can be smacking your lips in two.
That's right. Robin makes oxtails quite often.
I'm sorry, who, what?
Robin Aaron on Carnivorous Grandma. Yeah, I was going to say, because we're in those Marco Polo groups, and every so often she'll send. I was like, man, that looks really good. So I'll have to find out how she makes hers.
Yeah, she. I don't wonder if she has some Caribbean background there.
Yeah, I watched her video with you, Dr. Nelson, and Dr. Kilt. Yeah, I was about half an hour late. I didn't get to watch you guys live because I was on the treadmill, and then I was like, oh. So then I got on and watched you guys afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where you're at, TND McGene, but like I said, it's probably just me. I don't get there early. When I go, it's in the afternoon, so they probably do have stuff marked down, but by the time I get there, it's all gone. Bruce says, don't have a pressure cooker. My friend, it would be a very good investment, in my opinion. It's like a slow cooker with a fast forward button on it. So
mine broke down, but I had one for like 25 years.
Yeah, well, I have a Ninja. It's an everything. It's like a 12-in-1. It's a slow cooker. It's a pressure cooker. It's an air fryer.
Yep.
It does everything.
Wow.
And
it's fancy.
I would fight you for it. No, it's just I don't. I can't have like 500 things in my kitchen. I gotta have one thing that can kind of do everything because so it fits. It works well. And I would definitely recommend the Instapot. A lot of people have Instapots. Those are pressure cookers. They do a lot of the same. They air fry. Do you air fry in an Instapot too?
Mine doesn't have
the Instapot, but you can deep fry.
Yep.
And you can slow cook too. You don't have to pressure cook. I got you. But I do brisket in there. I do roast in there. I do anything oxtails, anything that you have to slow cook or crock pot. man, you can go from hungry to finished in dinner in 3 hours.
Yeah, they're very nice.
So, and I didn't pay a lot for it. I think it was $160 or something like 2 years ago. Let's see. It says half stick of butter to that crock pot.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We go seconds that. Co-signs that. Yes, add the butter. Hey, I don't add butter to it. So hey, listen, next time I make them, I'm gonna add some butter too, just because you guys ain't leaving me out.
Try.
I keep it simple, man. I made a video, so you can see how I did it. Caveman cooks. You guys, I haven't done one in a long time, but the caveman. It's very simple. 2 ingredients or 3 ingredients. That's all you're gonna get out of me. Susan says, I fried shrimp dipped in egg and crushed pork panko and Parmesan cheese for supper. Beef tallow and butter for grease. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. I cannot, for some reason, the pork rinds, I don't know what it is with them. They don't get along with me. I've tried them every different kind of way. I've tried them different ones that were fried in lard. I've had the ones in seed oils. They like I said, I didn't grow up eating a lot of pork and stuff. So there's different kinds of pork just don't agree with me. Sausage and ribs or certain things, man. I just can't. I can eat them. I just can't leave the house. So
what about bacon?
Bacon is good. I can handle bacon. Bacon's not pork. Bacon's just bacon.
That's right. It's not pork.
Yeah, so it's enough fat in oxtails, but butter makes it better. Yes. Yeah, you will not find a fattier meat than the oxtail. I mean, if you like fatty meat, it doesn't get better than that. Bruce says I usually just season with salt, but yeah, season with whatever you want. I use the red ones, like I said. I also use a McCormick's. I can't think of it. It's got Himalayan salt and garlic powder, onion powder. Simple things. I don't season with anything out of the ordinary. I think somebody's leaving. Tom says I have to go. See everyone later. Everybody, see you later, brother.
He's got to get up and work.
That's right. London, Ontario. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. I think they have a track there too in London. I've never raced there, but
beef bacon, by the way.
I like beef bacon, but it's really not like bacon. It's more like a soft jerky, in my opinion. Bacon is its own thing.
This one is very crispy.
Yeah, I do like beef bacon. The problem I have with it is it's about $10 a pound everywhere I go, and it's never on sale. Yeah, that's what I do. It's like for $10 a pound, man, I can get, I don't even pay that for ribeye. Now, I did see a place, I think it's called Restaurant Depot or something around here, where you could buy like a big, like 20-pound or something, or 10-pound slab of bacon that you could cut yourself.
Oh, pork belly.
Yeah, it was like it was beef bacon, but it was
beef.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. Beef. That's what he was talking about. Beef bacon.
Yeah,
Doc was talking about. And it was like $8
already.
No, it was just a big slab. You had to do it yourself, but it was like
a beef belly. That is a beef belly.
A beef belly. I gotcha.
Yeah.
So I was like, but it's kind of a lot, and like I said, I do like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing. I like it. It tastes good. Again, it's more jerky like to me than bacon, but I do enjoy it. But it's not even $10, and actually it's not even $10 a pound. At Publix, which is the only place that I can find it around here where I shop, it's like $9 for 12 ounces. It's like it's got the packet. Right. It looks like the 1 pound packs, but it's a little smaller. And then you look at it, it says 12 ounces. It's not 16 ounces. So it's actually more than $9 a pound. It's $9 for 12 ounces. So yeah, it's kind of pricey for bacon. Yeah, Ninjas. Yeah, that's what I have. I have a Ninja pressure cooker air fryer.
Yep.
Rick says, I have a Presto pressure cooker we got from Kmart.
Wow. Good for him.
Booby Ghost says, pork and chicken make my face swell a little
Me
bit.
too.
Well, don't put it on your face.
Nope.
That was a joke. I know what you mean. It's not meant for makeup. It's just supposed to eat it. Bruce says, I've fallen madly in love with eggs fried in tallow. I never realized how good that was. Better than butter, better than bacon grease. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know,
I agree.
madly in love is not something that I would describe as you know, to each his own there, brother. Don't judge. I don't judge. Bruce says, I save my hamburger grease in the fridge and reuse it. Yep. A lot of us do that. Lewis says, hey, hello to you. Ribeye here is $18.98 in West North Carolina. Oh, I got a lot of folks who live in the Asheville
That's
area. I got family and
expensive.
stuff over there. If you're over near Asheville or Hendersonville,
Wow.
or Fletcher, any of that area over there. Yes, it's about it's probably the prime. I can get prime at Costco for about $20 a pound. It's about $14
Really?
a pound at Costco, 14 to 16.
Wow.
That's but I don't pay. I wait for sales. Yeah.
I just got a whole ribeye and it was $9.99. Yeah.
Was it choice or select?
It was ribeye. I don't know. It was a whole
Oh, there's a
ribeye and
difference now. Yeah. I mean, you can get
I don't know.
they have select here. You can get select for $6.99 a pound, $7.99 a pound, but you know,
Yeah, this place I've never seen them ever. The store I go to that has it, the butcher, I've never seen it under $9.99. I'm not sure.
It's probably choice then. Yeah, choice or prime. Most places around here don't sell prime. Costco sells prime, and that's over $20 a pound. They sell prime and choice. They don't sell selected. I've never seen select meat at Costco. Maybe they sell it other places, but and then when Dixie sells select and choice, they don't have any prime. I've never seen prime meat at Winn Dixie. But Winn Dixie's everyday price for choice ribeye is like $16 a pound. Costco's everyday price is like $14 a pound or $15 a pound for choice ribeye. But I wait till it's under $10 a pound, and then like I said, I back up the truck and I get all I can get.
Yeah.
Someone had mentioned that they never see any sales on beef at Costco, and I've seen them far and few between at Sam's. But what happens with the big box stores, they manage their inventory so well that they know how many pounds they're going to sell on Monday, on Tuesday, on what. I mean, they have it pinned down by probably the hour. So they
don't have to wait.
They don't have the problem of getting a bunch of meat, getting close to the date, whatever they decided the date is. Right. Those days are never exact anyways, but but I have seen once in a while markdowns because they probably had a little bit of that, but they manage the inventory very well. So that
Booby says it's a sort of local farm store. I get a small pack of beef bacon for $1.50. Yeah, that's awesome. Sandy says she's going to bed so she can watch Rick in the morning. I enjoy. Well, good night, beloved. We appreciate you being here with us. Tom says going to have to pay $12.99 a pound for boneless New York strips, I guess. Yeah. That's about the going rate around here, but like I said, I wait. And I don't care. I'll eat ground beef and hot dogs until or picanha. Now, I don't know if a lot of places don't have that either, but I can get picanha for $8.99 a pound every day. So I eat that if I'm low, if I can't get the other stuff. But they're going to have a sale sooner or later. And they started putting limits. I'm telling you, when I first started doing this, they didn't put limits on it. Now they're putting limits on it, and I don't care. I go in and I get 2 or 3 separate orders, and I pile it up on there. And I remember the first time I went in there, they had an $8.99. This is for choice. ribeye, boneless ribeye, $8.99, and I got like 20 or 30 pounds. And I loaded it. I took everything they had off the shelf, and I got in there and I loaded. Man, our cart was full, and I put it all in there. And that lady just kind of looked at me, and I looked at her, and I got up there. I said, "I have a pet tiger at home," and and she listen. She's like, "Yeah, evidently you do." Like that. So I knew she was thinking it. I could tell when she looked at me, she was thinking, "What in the world is this guy doing with all this meat?" And the next time they had the sale, they put a limit 2 pounds per customer on there. And so I got like 10 pounds, and I ran it through five separate orders, and you had to have a card to get the price. So they, if you had to, so I had to scan my loyalty card 5 times, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm not paying $15 a pound for this. It's marked down to $8.99. So yeah. So that's on sale in the Arizona mountains. Got it. Let's see here. Well, we are. Since I usually get bone-in ribeye. Yes, me too. I don't. They have sales on bone-in, boneless. I don't care. I'll take the bone-in or not. Doesn't matter to me.
I did pay $11.94 for that beef bacon.
Yeah. For a pound or for the 12 ounce?
For a pound. It comes in exactly a pound.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Becky says I got a couple of pounds of beef bacon at $8.99. See if I like it. Now I'm gonna try to make it from brisket. Yeah, you'll like it. I mean, it's good, but like I said, for $12 a pound, like I said, I got a freezer full of ribeye I didn't pay $12 a pound for.
Yeah,
but I'm cheap, man. I admit it. All right. It says we buy London broil for our carnivore boxer dog. Yeah, on sale. He's 2.5 pounds a day, 5-year carnivore. I love it. Yeah, stuff like that. Occasionally I'll buy some of that stuff and throw it in the crock pot. Or not the crock pot, the pressure cooker. And I've got some sugar-free barbecue sauce. You throw it in the pressure cooker for a little while and hit it with some of that. It all kind of tastes the same.
The barbecue sauce, is it Duke's?
G. Hughes.
Oh, G. Hughes. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
G.
I've
Hughes.
seen that.
And they have lots of different flavors I like. It's pretty clean, no sweet oils, no nothing. Some of the flavors are made with allulose, but most of them are made with sucralose.
Right.
And Sweet Baby Ray's makes one. It's a little higher carb, but there's no sugar added. So it doesn't have any sugar at all. Or any added sugar. There's a little bit in, I guess, tomatoes and stuff. But yeah, so and I don't drown it. I usually have it on the side or just light sauce. I don't like my stuff swimming in sauce. Even when I was eating standard American diet, I didn't like you go to barbecue joints and it's just smothered in that sauce. I didn't like it even back then. I used to ask for it on the sauce or on the side or light. So
yeah.
But in any event, family, once again, we have fulfilled our contractual obligations to the family for the week. We appreciate you guys so much for being here, hanging out with us. We'll be back here next Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern time. Tell your friends. And we'll be here doing what we do, having fun, hanging out. Quack Quack Man will be here. Quack Quack Heart Attack will be in the building, along with whoever else happens to join us. Thank you so much, Doc, for hanging out with us. Laura, I adore you. You know that. And everyone else, keep your carbs low, your proteins and your fats high, and we will see you on the next one.